Huzzah! I think we're live. Possibly. Hopefully. Maybe. You know, maybe. I'm not sure anymore. I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright. Part 2 from earlier, it was too laggy, so we took a break. A very long break. I can't say the lag's gotten any better, sadly. That is an issue, a permanent issue with me, I guess. But we're gonna try again. We're gonna go through the story for 2.7 and see how we fare. And then possibly pull for Sunday after, maybe, possibly, still not sure on that. But we seem okay. We seem ready to go. I'm Aviatha, you can call me Abby, and we're doing story today. Hopefully this all works out. Hopefully not everything crashes and burns. Let's go. We're not super far in the story. I think we're only like an hour in. We only just met Will, and we're going to meet the others. Because that's where we left off is, well, it's like, I gotta tell everyone else. Like, I can't keep this a secret. And we're like, yeah, sure, buddy. And here we are. I kind of wonder how this is going to go over. We also need to get that thing as well. Yeah, Penacony is just laggy in this area for me. Where are they at? Where are they at, though? 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 I also got some... I got some chips, some food, and some drink. I'm gonna be here a while, hopefully.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Keyword should be. Why does that seem concerning?
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me.
What if it's not actually well? What if it's just someone who's not well?
Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony?
Didn't he already answer this on the way here?
Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
You could say that.
And if that were indeed the case...
So this does happen after the monkey thing.
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
What's one?
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
Oh, wait. No, it's not Black Swan. Oh, okay.
Hmm?
By passenger, do you mean this lady here?
Yeah, no, I don't know why I thought it'd be Black Swan. Oops.
Or... these ladies?
Not what I was expecting to see, for sure. Okay, you know what? Go off, I guess. Go off, Queen.
This... how?
It's Penacony. Why are we surprised?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
More like multiple huge problems. How did this happen? Why are there so many Tingians? I know it has something to do with the new character, that I know, because it's pretty obvious. But why here? Why? I'm so confused right now. How did you even get here? Aren't you supposed to be dead? Who is this new girl? And why? I have so many questions, none with actual proper answers. And now we're switching back to the Trailblazer POV. Fantastic. Anyway, yo, I got some mozzarella sticks. Because I'm poor and don't have anything else to eat. Also, just because I like mozzarella sticks. So, what happened to Tingyun in the Law Fu has something to do with her now being in Penacony somehow. Excuse me. Is it kind of like that one guy that we talked to in the story, whose body was like decaying, but in the dream he's still alive? Is that what this is? That's my current assumption, is that in order to keep Tingyun alive, Tingyun in air quotes, they sent her to Penacony. And so her mental state was inside the dreamscape, but her physical body was being worked on. That's my current assumption. Either that or Tingyun's not real at all. That is current assumption. It'll load. Which does not surprise me because we're probably doing quite a jump to point A to point B. Please explain. How did this happen? Where are we? Meanwhile, the radiant feldspar. This has nothing to do with Jade.
Isn't
Oh
it
boy.
fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms?
Screw them! So, I've had heard rumors that Screwla may be coming out after Amphorius, or somewhere around, because that's the current rumor mill. If that's the case, after I do or don't get Sunday, or if I choose to get him, or if I try to get him and lose 50-50, or if I do get him, doesn't matter how it happens, he is my next goal. That means this entire new area is a whole ass skip. Because I want to prepare for him specifically. Also, again, to clarify, Himiko and Don Hung in this are not voiced in the English dub because I'm going to assume all the stuff going around about the strike because of AI and companies being greedy, so be aware if you're switching to English or about to do this. At least as far as I know, Himiko and Don Hung are not voiced, so... Neither did I expect to see you here in Penacony, Mr. Skrulum. I assumed the Genius Society wasn't invited to the festivities.
I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason.
Gotta love Skrulum, man. I'm sure if all of you geniuses showed up to the Charmony Festival, things would have been very different.
I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
Collaboration is doing a lot of heavy lifting in this sentence, because it's not really collaboration, but I digress. They did suggest a destination, but that was all. Did you hear this from Madame Herta? It's a world beyond the knowledge of the nameless, after all. I wrote to her hoping that the all-encompassing erudition could provide us with some information. Hello.
Could there be more to it?
Yes, there is something else. Miss Black Swan said Amorpheus is a world influenced by 3 paths, and the erudition is one such path.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
You're right, so this has to be related to the Emanators, or perhaps even the Eons. That's why I wanted to know if the geniuses had any clue about it.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the Society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however.
Who is the Lord of Silence? Madame Herta said the same, but it did pique her interest, and she agreed to do a little digging. My guess is that there's a chance the Garden of Recollection is behind it. She's always had a keen interest in the remembrance technology, after all. It's also thanks to her that we even got to make Miss Ron May's acquaintance a while back. We even went into the Calgenia Abyss to bring a Leviathan's carcass back for our new friend. Speaking of her... This is far too much of an understatement, but none of us have ever expected to see an old friend at Miss Ron May's.
That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
That's right, Ron May. Yeah, a bond that truly runs deep.
So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home?
Would the Nameless see a point in keeping work and favors apart? It's her request. She hopes to make a brief stop somewhere to reframe her mindset before returning to Cienzo, considering her unique position with the Alliance.
Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
My companions are with her. They know Miss Tingyan better anyway. Plus, those youngsters will definitely do a better job than me when it comes to vacations. They're probably having a wonderful time now. Immediately skip to them dying. Oh. Why are we on the Feldspar? Why couldn't he just transfer my back already? Never mind. Spoke too soon. Alright then. I know if it's cold season for y'all, but like last week, was it? We had like snow on the ground. It was bumpy track. It was cold, we had snow on the ground. Saturday, our Saturday, was actually kind of, not warm, warmer than it had been, and now we're getting rain, so it's just whiplash. Should give me whiplash. Should give me whiplash. So yeah, it is the season to be confused about the weather. La 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 la. So, why did Ron May even have Tingyan's body in the first place? How did she come into contact with her? Why? What was she trying to do? To be fair, Ron May studies like what? Like life science? Like biology? So her getting involved with Tingyan makes total sense, I suppose. On one hand, but the other, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on?
Probably not. There we go.
March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask him instead? He knows how to present things logically.
That is a lie, but I appreciate your faith in me, March. Yeah, I'm gonna have to break up that stereotype you have of me. I have no idea what's going on.
Not now, of all times. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yoon for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Weird by Trailblazer standards or weird by Penacony standards? Because those are two different types of weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
It always does.
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
Sounds fake, concerning, and like a scam.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but he insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What happened?
I'm going to have a fat assumption here, and I'm going to assume that not only were we forced to take candy from a stranger, please don't ever take anything from strangers, by the way. Don't ever do that. But I'm assuming you not only lost, we failed the challenge. Terribly.
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Ting-Yoon
Had been fox-snapped.
Miss Ting-Yoon ate the candy too, but she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Ting-Yoons right in front of us.
Okay, guys, I hate to break it to you. That was not candy you were given. That was some kind of Penaconian drug.
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves.
So each sneeze equaled up a different Ting-Yin, like it was like slice of pie. Got it.
There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who is this?
Yeah. Welt.
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
Yeah, coward.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
Dun dun
It's
dun!
been a while, everyone.
Yeah, no fucking shit. It's been, how long has it been? Actually, in your guys' time, like a month? Because in ours it's been like 3.
You! What's going on?
Yeah, let's go. I
Everyone,
didn't mean to do that.
stay calm. I'll explain.
We'll close him in on what he's been through.
I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony.
Yeah, the strong man Wilt.
Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
Okay, that's one hell of a way to put it. Nah, it was a team effort.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yoon. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yoon to her normal self.
So Acheron, aka Mei, Ting-Yoon, aka Yai Sakura, if you want to go that far, but Sunday. Kevin?
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting-Yoons aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
Let me guess, they all speak in riddles. Either that or they don't communicate at all. Or, wouldn't it be so fucked up if every time they try to talk it just sounded like they were being choked? That would be so morbid. It would be so fucking morbid. Can I talk to you? No, the answer is no, I cannot. I cannot talk to you. I can talk to this one. By force. I have
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Okay, so for those of you who are unaware, Ting-Yoon got a voice actor change, because this is not the same voice actor from before. I was going to mention this later because I didn't know this section was going to happen. So, I'm not a fan of the new VA. I'm not saying it's like bad, I'm just saying like it was better before. So I'm going to assume both versions, heavy air quotes, of Ting-Yoon have the same new VA. But I'm assuming it's going to have something to do with either they wanted to change the VA for whatever reason, or it's because of the strike. I'm assuming it's because of the strike going on. That is my current assumption.
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yoon are you again?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild.
Awkward pause.
How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper.
That sounds like hell.
I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I'm not going to disagree, but I'm not going to agree either.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild.
You know, much smoother than, dying.
There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
No, really? I couldn't tell. You know, I kind of want a couple copies of clones myself.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
I'll just use my fists.
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Couldn't you tell?
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Well, do you assume people died? Jesus.
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
One might say the only person who actually died. Quote unquote.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
You have no idea.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
We take the bat and we bonk a few on the head. That's my suggestion.
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Tingyuns here.
I mean, what else were we gonna do? Just fucking stand here? Can you imagine sneezing and several sneezes equal out you getting clones? That shit would just be fucking mental. Flower enthusiast, foodie, something tongue. I mean, if you got the tongue game,
That
no, I'm
sounds
kidding.
nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal.
Can confirm. Can confirm.
But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day?
If you get fake flowers, they'll never die. So, just saying. Getting my chips. Autoplay is on.
That sounds like a good idea.
Silver tongued. Okay, so
if we
fake.
really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it.
That's also true to an extent. Yeah, I'd agree. Awkward pauses between dialogue is very annoying.
She makes a valid point, too.
You sound
sure
suspicious.
have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
I mean, I argue just get both food and flowers, because why not?
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Yeah, what do you think, Sonny, my boy?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
I guess you don't like your sunny
Don't we
disposition?
sound chummier that way. I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
Okay, hopefully not the one where you die. Jade.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her.
Okay, yeah, that seems plausible.
In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that. It's not that's not that surprising. Come on now.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
March, it's not that complicated, honey, I
At
promise.
any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it.
It's known? How often does this happen? Just fucking clones just bouncing off the fucking walls.
The
What
only
the fuck?
problem is that these Miss Ting-Yuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
Probably, but why do I get the feeling it's going to like take another 30 minutes?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one.
A real
But
one?
It may take me a while to identify her.
Does she have several tails? That is my question. Because if she has more than one, that's the one we gotta speak to. How often do clones pop out? That is something that you actually know how to deal with. Like, pardon me, but like, how often do you have this shit happening that it has to be something you're like informed about? Like, what are the odds of that? Sounds like a trash can. So I'm going to operate under the assumption that's none of these Tingyans.
And that concludes the news. I wish you all safe and sound dreams.
Leg. So is it this one by herself? Presumably? No. Okay. Money grabber. Or is it Kitty? No. Not that one. It's loading on y'all Tingyans. Oh no. Invincible fan wielder. Money grabber. Sleepwalking? Probably not. One of these? Nope. This is a good question. I don't know which one to talk to. I kind of figured it'd be kind of obvious. But it's not. Shit. Invincible fan wielder. We'll talk to you first then.
Huh? Ugh, yikes. She's scary. No, I won't be able to talk to her.
Well, good thing you're not the one who's doing the talking. March. I'm going to assume the kitty one's not going to be easy to talk to. Oh, okay, let's talk to the sleepwalking one then. All the Tingyans are making me lag. Oh no. Come to me, I'll talk to you then. There we go. You can just come to me. As you just...
I'm walking in the street. What a weird dream.
Ugh,
Yeah.
This Miss Ting-Yun looks like she's sleepwalking. Nope, not her.
Sleepwalking? More like sleep pacing, in my opinion. If you're going back and forth to the same spot, you're not really walking, you're pacing. Money grubber? She seems completely oblivious to anything else that's just sitting there, continuously operating the cash viewer, occasionally letting out an excited laugh.
Why do I feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her?
Probably because it's not.
Oh,
So I just gotta
were
talk
you
to all of them?
looking for me?
Oh. So it's this one. Tingyan? Question mark? Oh, my lip.
Oh, were you all looking for me?
No, really?
Found her! If I remember correctly, this Miss Ting-Yun's trait is...
Sadness.
It's nothing special, really.
So this is also a side of the Miss Ting Yin.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
I would hope so.
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Ting Yun hostage.
He's probably not. Remember, we're the most formidable people in all of Penacony.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. 1 week has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
Yeah, but he's not playable, so... I don't know, man. I don't know.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
Kinky.
There's no need for that. You're acting so sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you all right with this, Miss Ting Yun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
It's that kind of thing, yeah.
Kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
Yeah, Mr. I have 1 week. Ow. Why do I get the feeling this is going to break his mind somehow? Go on. Oh?
Huh?
Yeah, I thought so.
What the?
Not concerning at all, totally.
Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
No, if... I hate when characters do this. You should always speak up when you hear something.
Look, it's working.
If you see something or hear something, speak the fuck up. You don't ever stay quiet about it, because it'll fuck you up later. Why do characters never actually realize this? Like, what the fuck?
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Dang, mama, okay. The fuck? Okay. Go off, girly. God damn. Okay. Is this like one of those things where people have literally like two minds, like split in half? Is it one of those things?
Miss Ting Yun, you're finally back.
This is a hotter version of Ting Yin.
You
But a
may
more
be
suspicious
small,
one.
but you're pretty amazing.
Yeah, Ting Yin, but suspicious.
Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
Stop lying. This music's also really creepy.
What do you sense?
Something's wrong.
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears.
Called it.
I nearly died. Just now.
Just now, I think you mean now. So, whatever kind of version of Tingyun this is, it's not meant to be fucked with. So, whatever, it was either whatever Fantilia did to her, or whatever Ronmei did to her, or a combination of the two, that either gave Tingyun this side, or amplified the side that Tingyun already had. Current assumption. Load faster, please. Thank you. Oh, we're switching sides again. Huh. Where are we switching sides to now? It sounds like this heard a space fishing music. Is that where we're going? Are we talking to Ronmei? Are we Ronmei? I doubt that, but... Pop off, I guess. Pop off. Darkness descends before the eyes, reminiscent of the chaos before the birth of the universe. Amidst the chaos,
Don't
something,
be
something.
afraid.
Jade, the space station. I knew it.
What is this place? No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone. Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from?
A big hallway?
And where does this path lead?
All questions that would be better if you just went. If you just went, if you just go. Explore, my child, explore. Alright, so we're gonna go in the team menu. We're gonna fuck some shit up with our teams. So with Sunday, it was kind of obvious who I would replace, but with her, I don't know where I'd put her in this team comp. Because she is not Hility. But as far as I'm aware, she does give a buff. So I think March is also going to have to go on this team comp as well. Pretty though. So what kind of shit did she have to suffer through? Ooh, spooky. Also, her tail is pink, but her hair is brown. Interesting detail.
That looks so familiar.
Does she
Why
want
does your
to
voice-
lead me somewhere?
Why does your voice sound familiar? Well, probably out of here, I would assume. Who are you? Who might you be?
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's
Minor, he
great.
says.
Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
Ah, it's about me.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Talking about Ron May.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me?
You're a ghost. Super spooky. Let us go upwards. Onwards and upwards, as they say. Activate that. What is this? What am I investigating?
This girl is...
You. Dun dun dun. Observation log, day 6. Though extremely rare, the observed subject has started to provide short answers for some simple questions, even though her cognition is still in a chaotic state. From what has been observed so far, she is not incapable of composing long and complex sentences. However, an unbearably intense pain would quickly attack her with high frequency enough to interrupt her thoughts and even render her temporarily unconscious. Striked out. The relevant information should be delivered to Madame Ron May for her to decide whether the observed subject's senses should be temporarily numbed before conducting a questioning. Correction. We should have temporarily block the subject's various senses and are trying as much as we can to alleviate their pain. No further questioning will be made until the body's repair has made some progress. Until then, there is a record of the questions that the observed subject has already answered. Number 1. What is your name? The subject replied within 3 seconds. Tingyan. Number 2. What did you encounter? The observed subject spent a substantial period of time in rumination before suffering from intense pain and losing of consciousness. After being questioned 4 times, it can be confirmed that the observed subject knows about the related details but struggles to elucidate that knowledge during limited periods of coherence.
Tingyun. What a familiar name. Do I know her?
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. Who's talking to me?
I see the enemy. So I'm gonna go the other way. Oh, never mind. I tried. I tried so hard and got so far.
These are...
Things you're gonna fuck up.
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars?
The one on her right shoulder.
Wait!
Yeah, because I noticed that her design has like yellow symbol on her right shoulder. Is that what you mean by scar, or is that just a design thing? Because she got her neck snapped by Fantilia, and Fantilia had a sort of flowery design on her headdress, so I'm assuming it has something to do with that. But I could be wrong. Also, why are you putting her in a team when it should be just her? You know what I mean? Cloud Flame Luster.
Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Interesting. Anyway, let's take a little peeky peek. Because I know for a fact they're not gonna let us, like, look at her in the team menu. Not the character menu, I mean. So, Sylvan Enigma is hers, definitely. Basic attack, Radiant Streak, deals minor fire damage. And then Fiery Caress, which is Blast, deals minor fire damage to one enemy and minor fire damage to adjacent targets. Skill, Virtue Beckons Bliss, grants one ally Foxian Prayer, which increases break effect, and enables to reduce toughness when attacking enemies that don't have the corresponding weakness type. Makes this unit enter the Torrid Scorch state, enhancing basic attack when ally units with Foxian Prayer attack. Fugue, not Fugue, like I thought it was, has a chance to reduce the enemy target's defense. Alright. Ult, Solar Splendor shines upon all, deals fire damage to all enemies. This attack ignores weakness type to reduce all enemies' toughness. Pretty strong, I'd say. Talent, Fortune follows where virtue spreads. While Fugue... No, I see I did it. I did it again. While Fugue is on the field, enemy targets will get additionally afflicted with Cloud Flame Luster. When it's reduced to 0, the enemy will take weakness break damage again. After allies attack weakness broken enemy targets, additionally deals super break damage. Technique, Percipient Shine. Inflicts daze on enemies within a certain area. After entering battle via attacking dazed enemies, Fugue's action advances with a high chance to inflict each enemy with the same death reduction state that is applied by the skill. Alright. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Don't let me down now. We have a deal. There's no backing out now. For me?
Or for you? Oh, Jesus.
I won't hold back anymore.
Look at that. Look at her tail. It's cutting into Jingyuan's sword. Slice. Slice. Anyway.
Shall we unite our goals?
Better hedge your bets.
All that for one general. Alright, let's see how much, like, look at that. A fan and a paper just going around him. Look at that. If only there was also Sunday, he would also have the Halo too. So he would have 3 effects going on at once. What does this do?
This thunder.
What's the matter? Eager for some more self-inflicted misery?
Time for the master stroke.
The flower is quite a lot like Ron May, which actually makes sense considering she was apparently... I don't think being tested on is the correct terminology, but it was helped out by Ron May, so it makes sense.
Radiant Spirit, heed my
word. Show no mercy.
Let's seize this fine moment.
So her skill is the exact same as Ting Yun's was. It lasts for 3 turns, so I could just...
Clouds are easily scattered.
The animation reminds me quite a bit of Jiaocho.
Conflict is pitiless.
Oh.
So, who's the little backstabber here?
Let's
The
seize
dice
this
have
fine
been
moment.
cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
The long dream has vanished.
Follow my charge. Here is thunder.
All right.
Do it. 88k. Nice. I do have to wonder how strong Jing Yuan would be with Sunday and Fugue in the same team. But that would mean removing either Jade or Adventuring. I don't want to do either of those things. I'm not pulling for Fugue anyway, so it doesn't really matter. See, that was easy. Give me a challenge.
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them?
I like how the one on the right's just chilling.
The ones from before weren't defeated either?
Nope.
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction.
Is this the same voice actor as previous patches? Because it doesn't sound like it.
Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your 2 choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh, no wonder those 2 ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
so troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Amen.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side.
What kind of cryptic ass bullshit was that?
Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived.
Yeah, because you know.
But someone didn't agree with that assessment. And it just so happens, I was able to fulfill his request.
His?
What about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
And is also nude.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain.
Because again, you know.
Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail.
Oh, that's why
you'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction.
Who?
With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Who was it?
Who?
Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
At this point, past events revealed by tuning recede to the darkness once more. Who wanted to save King Yin? Because off the top of my head, the Lafu story was a long time ago. I don't remember most of it, to be honest with you. I don't think most of us do. But I'm trying to remember who would have had a close tie to Tingyan aside from us. And it's not coming to me. So I'm assuming it's going to be revealed later, probably. But as of right now, I can't think of any names. I'm sure if I thought about it a little bit harder, I could figure it out, but I'm not going to waste that much time. Excuse me, trying to figure that out. But yeah, when the Law Fu story happened, because if you're kind of out of the loop, you're kind of getting a whole lot of spoilers here. Spoiler warning, wee-hoo. Tingyun basically looked like she got her fucking neck snapped. I've always had the question of whether or not Tingyun was actually real at all, because it seemed like Fantilia, the Lord Ravager, took over her body, so I had to assume she was real at some point. But the only question is, how long was Fantilia inside of Tingyun? Because Ranmei just said it was an immediate annihilation. So it had to be a little bit at least.
Are you alright?
Did I pass out?
No, you just sort of like, you know. Yeah, man, we're just about to make a memorial portrait of you, bro. You were gone.
A little quick to the draw, aren't you?
Oh, just a little bit.
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I am not surprised.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
So she didn't die. Interesting. Awkward pauses. Game, please fix your autoplay. For the love of God, why is this...
But something happened to change that outcome?
Why is it autoplay in this game so bad?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
So that's why we're here. Okay, because that makes total sense.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's alright. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That sounds amazing. I don't know what you're complaining about, bro. Sounds great right now.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
No, really? I wouldn't be surprised. Come on now. Shortly after, dash. Shortly after what? Where are we going? How are we doing it? Where are we going? Who are we going with? Who's all invited? I mean, I imagine that Dreamflux Reef isn't a bad place to go. But we have Sunday with us, and I don't even know if anyone inside the family know. Well, I think they would know now after the whole monkey dilemma. But since Sunday doesn't know about it, I don't think it'd be a great place to go there. But there would be a place we can go where we wouldn't get interrupted. But then again, in order to get there, we have to go through Sleepy. I don't know about you. I don't want to go back through Sleepy again. It's like, hey, you want to die again? That would be so traumatic for Tingyun. Imagine getting stabbed by a beast. Like, why'd you do that? Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, in order to get to Dreamflex Street, we have to die. Heavy air quotes. So, sorry. Also, speaking of the Do Like Pavilion, if it's owned by Sunday, who's it owned by now? Robin? And if Robin owns it, is she the new head of the family? I would assume so. Yeah. Because I don't think Gopherwood would be the new family head. But then again, there's a reason that Gopherwood chose Sunday over Robin. Even though you could argue Robin is stronger than Sunday. So, who knows? I'm sure we'll get more clarification on stuff like that via the story. Because as far as I know...
I'm a local, you know.
Yeah, I live inside of a dream. Huzzah.
You'll have to make do.
Yeah, crybaby.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
Yeah, you helped. I guess. Huzzah. Woo. Yay.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Tingyun is resolved, are we meeting your other two companions next?
Yeah,
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
Oh, fun.
Uh-huh. But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
Messenger?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
Interesting. Autoplay, why do you do this to Welt? What did Welt do to deserve this?
Okay. We better hurry then.
Are we playing as, Tingyun, heavy air quotes now? Or are we still playing as, Sunday / Welt? And going through his, goodbyes? Also, goodbyes in heavy air quotes, because we're not really saying goodbye to anybody. We're just fucking around with shit. Which I guess is one way of saying goodbye.
This is ridiculous. How come I keep bumping into colleagues?
Oh. Well, let's talk to you guys first. Talk to me. Talk to me, child.
Where are you planning to go next?
Could you give me some time to think about it?
Why are you thinking about it? Didn't you already have this, like, planned out before? Let's go. Come on. Huzzah. Let's get a mosey on.
Shall we keep going then?
Yes, that's the whole plan, March. My dearest March. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Forget already. Miss Tingyun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
Oh, okay.
I'm
not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
May I suggest a bird? One made out of paper, specifically. Again, awkward pauses.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
I already picked up a few gifts earlier, so that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time, so we better not drag our feet.
I wonder who we're buying gifts for. Lag. Oh, I need to go up, don't I? Oh, wait. Oh no, Odima is past. Yeah. Suffering. Pain and suffering. As someone vomits on the floor. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Reality is but dreams echo. But don't look at the street. I can't lag. I believe there's a way to the left up here. It's been a very long time since I've actually, like, explored Penacony. Especially this area. I haven't been to this area since I got all the chests. Yeah. It is here. I was right. Huzzah. As I lag horribly. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. I'm running everything off of a laptop at the same time. Whereas, like, most people have extra RAM, extra screens. I don't. I'm, like, behind the times on getting fancy stuff for, you know, computers and such. I'm also poor, so that also has to, you know, factor in. Hello, shop assistant. Do I need to actually talk to you? Do I need to get closer? The details haven't come in yet, so that's a good sign that I have to wait. There you go. There we go. You look a lot like Daphne from Scooby-Doo, actually.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
You sound so solemn.
Wow, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead, browse all you like.
First we have Lady Fuxuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I wonder if having something like star related is stupid. A launcher, a mask, and a unicycler. I don't think any of these, but I feel like Clocky Eye Mask is the least atrocious. Atrocious.
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that. Next is General Jingyuan.
We need to get him the launcher. Some Penacony shares. Yeah, here's some shares, bro. There you go. That's a fucking gift, alright. Dream Joy Menmore Field Memorial send him a division of elite fighters. You know, let's send him a film reel.
Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift.
Yeah, he could sit on his ass and watch it. Perfect for his lazy ass.
Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement.
See, now, I also think that getting her a launcher would be a good idea. Salt blood syrup, hamster ball night hair clip, Holovian wings accessory. You know what? Yeah, why not? That sounds fun.
Both wings and horns? That's a little much, don't you think?
Don't forget the tail. What? I can't. Why did you give me an option? Like, what? No. Let me give Bailu Holovian wing accessories. That's bullshit. You know what? Let's give her some soul blood syrup because she can, like, analyze it.
That's a good idea. It might be commonplace, but it's still the specialty of Penacony. It would make for an ideal gift to bring home.
I still think the rocket launcher was a better idea.
That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere, but Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
Novel idea, I'd say.
A souvenir for myself. That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
How personal are we talking? Are we talking like... I can't even have a scale. 1 to 10, how personal are we talking, dude? How personal is we be? Alright, bye, Daphne. Yeah, because that's totally... like... So, yeah, this is totally secluded. Totally, 100%. Move out my way.
This is a good spot.
I mean, you stopped me automatically, so I assume it's a good spot.
Miss Ting-Yoon, what's this about?
If the music had anything to go by, something sad.
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough.
Okay. Sounds like you're breaking up with us.
But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways.
Okay, go on. I'm listening.
Do you
As I
two
eat.
still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
A little bit. Yeah, here and there.
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he shouted.
I feel like none of these make sense. Ting-Yoon, how? Quintilia, how? Sparkle, how? I guess I'll just say Ting-Yoon, how, I guess.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you.
Uh-huh, go on.
When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this
first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you.
Okay.
I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia.
Yeah, when did that happen?
I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that.
I thought so.
That
I
thought
thought
has
so.
me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about, too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me.
Yeah. I wonder how she did that given her size.
What was your impression of that, Tingyun, if you recall?
I don't. That's bold you to assume I remember back that far. To be fair, I think I was spoiled for that part of the story before I got to it, so I kind of already knew it was going to happen. So I was just like... Yeah, I was kind of already suspicious of Tingyun. So I think I'm just staying mysterious just to keep it... Yeah.
That's just the nature of the Foxians. It's widely known that mystery is the key to our allure.
Uh-huh. Mysterious my ass.
So, what did she seem like to you?
When did that even happen? I don't even remember, to be honest. I guess... a shrewd merchant?
I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued.
I guess, yeah, sure, that works too.
Was there anything particularly memorable?
I don't remember. I legit do not remember anything. March 7th said that you were bossy. Yeah, just put it on March.
Hey, no tattling!
Too bad.
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
No. No.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
I agree with March on this one, actually.
Oh, Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You go on.
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
That's also true,
Exactly.
I suppose.
Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Xianzhou journey.
everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Phantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well. But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you.
Aww.
That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you.
So, the Tingyun we met wasn't even the real Tingyun, it was Phantilia the entire time. So that Tingyun isn't actually Tingyun. It's Phantilia. The one in front of us is the actual Tingyun. That's how I'm reading this. But I still feel like that's somewhat wrong. You're welcome.
Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Huzzah.
Miss Tingyun, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm him.
March, shut up. It's fine. I can handle it. Kind of.
We'll see. I just hope the Tingyun in your memories won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore.
I hope the same thing.
All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
I have all the time in the world currently. Currently, I have time to talk. Yeah, I'm actually still confused. Because I'm assuming that that Tingyun's not the real Tingyun at all, but it also seems like it was at the very first time we met her. But after that, it wasn't. But she also says that we've never met before. So I have to operate under the assumption this Tingyun is real, and the one we met was never the actual Tingyun. So that's how I'm going to assume. That's how I'm going to assume how it went down. I'm lagging. Oh yeah, the giant eyeball. I remember you, Dr. Edward. What kind of drugs was this company on for this? A giant eyeball named Dr. Edward who sells dreams.
Dr. Edward at your service.
Funky. That's what it is. It's
We're
funky.
looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
A doctor, an eyeball doctor who sells
Just a friendly
dreams.
reminder, being too picky won't help you find the best dreams. Just to dampen your spirits ahead of time.
Okay, what do you recommend, Big Eyeball?
That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfectly.
Oh, do tell, do tell.
The story
You have me
unfolds
intrigued.
in the Shinjo Alliance, where a young swordmaster strives to become the sword champion. However, as junior Foxian Sora, who just turned 100, puts him in a tough spot.
How ironic, it's a Xianzhou.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
It's almost as if we experienced that already.
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
How do you give a dream as a gift?
I love customers like you. So easy to work with.
That feels sarcastic.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean?
See, March has it.
Just don't
March
pick
understands.
anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors.
Go on.
After
Do
troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
How did you get these dream bubbles? How do you get a dream bubble? What the fuck? This planet confuses me.
Wow. That's really nice of you.
Yeah, wait until you actually experience it before we start saying thank you.
Dream bubbles I prepared. Thank you for your business.
That's the same pose as it's on from the card. The light
Well,
cone.
it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to head back?
Yes, let's go. Why do I get the feeling this dream bubble is not what we asked for? The one thing I like about Penacony is the music. The music is absolutely, you know, slaps. So good. Alright, let's go to the Feldspar, which, as you know, as a shareholder, belongs to me. It is so funky how we own the Feldspar. Like, this belongs to us. This entire thing belongs to us. No, go this way. Teleport. I know I said this in the last stream, but I haven't said it in this one yet. But it really feels like this section with the Feldspar specifically is horribly out of order with what's happening now. It feels like that the Feldspar should have been the last thing we experienced in Penacony. It does not feel like this feels more final than that did. And I feel like this should have been the final part of the story instead of a continuance. And that story part should have been continuance instead. Because it just doesn't feel proper, given how serious Penacony was. Or how serious it tried to be. And so we were just like gallivanting around with Firefly like it didn't make any sense. On the Feldspar. It made no sense. Like, they could have released a Feldspar with this patch instead. That would have made more sense, I feel like.
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
I get the feeling you're not going to say goodbye just yet. I lag. These dancing plaques with my face on them. Oh no. Oh no. Huzzah, you get to hear my voice acting. Rah, rah, Rasputin. You're back.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived yet?
Who is this messenger? Yes, we've been chatting for a while. Turns out she's an old acquaintance of yours. Suspicious. It's Yukon!
Long time no see, everyone.
Thank goodness.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was unnecessary. Ting-Yun, I'm here to take you home.
Aw, don't make me cry. I'm not sad. You two must have a lot to catch up on after being apart for so long. We'll give you some space. Now I'm just sad. I'm just saying.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing? Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Do you not want to go back?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron Mei, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me?
I have the same question.
It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
See, that's a smart way to think about it.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
Yuchua? Okay.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Or maybe that's what they want you to think.
Take advantage of the situation? What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fentilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
Question mark, period.
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise.
What do you see? That is the question.
There is someone who can attest to my true intentions.
Do tell.
Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
So many, like, levels to this. Please explain. Please explain. Because this version of Tingyun is still being called Tingyun, and not by the name that it's stated on, excuse me, the game, so I'm sort of wondering.
Is that...
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories.
How did this one get here then?
And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse. Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but for a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
That's actually in Yukong's sprite art as well.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, There are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond.
Oh, okay. I'm sad again.
Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. But Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
I see why she's nihility.
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox, not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
A moment of silence lingers. Departure is often indistinguishable from parting, yet they're fortunate enough not to have to waver between the two. But luck never seems to favor everyone. I'm sad now. Because I can understand her thought process behind wanting revenge, essentially, but I also don't think it'd be wise, even if you're given a new sort of, hey, Sunday. But I don't know if it's worth fighting back against something much bigger than you are. This also brings into question the overall plot line of the story, because I've always assumed that the plans that the Celeron hunters have for the Trailblazer is that they're sort of like Elio could see the future, obviously, because that's been stated several times before. The thought that's in my head is that Elio foresees that we become an Aeon ourselves, and is possibly trying to use us to get rid of the other Aeons. That is my current thought process about the overall story for the game. It's probably not super true, but it is something I've been thinking about with the story. And given what Tingyan just said about wanting to fight back and suddenly being a player because she wasn't meant to survive, maybe that theory holds more water now. Especially because Tingyan's technically a free agent. She can go where she wants. Pardon me. She can also fight who she wants. She can decide where she wants to go, whether it be back to the Sanjo or not. Which is an interesting spot to be in, as someone who basically almost died, to have thought to have been dead, but is actually not. Boom, boom. Meanwhile, at Dream's Edge.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables.
Get used to it.
So it shouldn't matter if we add another.
Aw, don't make me cry.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
It's just making me more sad as it goes on. I'm not supposed to be sad. And hopefully that is her and not like an illusion. But given how Penacony is, it would not surprise me. Let's slow walk. Yeah, we didn't have to go that far.
I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
Oh, is Robin not voiced either? Well, I don't have a good voice, so just bear with me. It's nice to see you. It's nice to meet you too, miss. May I know your name?
My name is Wanweek. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You are all the reason the Dreamscape has been able to recover from this crisis.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax, ideally somewhere where I can see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here. I know these stars only exist in the dream, but...
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
You're very philosophical, Miss One Week. You remind me of someone I know. Do you work nearby?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good choice. You could see all of Penacony from here. Distance can make things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course. You don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge, after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters. Aww. I'm just sad.
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy.
What makes you feel this way? Is it because the sky is so far away, or because it's the unknown?
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what Penacony's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin.
You're too kind. I'll be fine. The disaster was unexpected, but because of it, I was able to witness many pasts and think about many futures. My only real regret is that I left some things unsaid.
Did the person you wanted to say them to leave?
Yes. He left in such a hurry that I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye.
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say.
But don't you think we should put in some effort when we want to encourage someone?
If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage?
It's someone who experienced failure recently and is about to embark on a long journey.
There are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Robin.
But he's different. He's stronger than most ordinary people, but because of it, people have this misconception. They think that when he falls, he will stand back up faster than anyone else.
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not. Because before he stands up again, he will hesitate and agonize for ages over whether that is the right course of action. He called out, Dylan.
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
You may be right, but I still hope that he'll never change.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be. He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed, but I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line, but now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path, even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar in the sky together. Because I know we'll reunite one day, up there in the clouds.
I hope so.
Miss 1 Week, may I ask a favor? There's a jigsaw here I'd like to finish before I leave. The one behind you. If I have a Dreamweaver's help, maybe I'll be able to fill in the missing pieces.
A dream jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best.
Don't worry if you can't find them. Just think of it as us taking a walk together. Now I'm just sad. I'm just fucking sad, bro. This entire quest is sad. Why do you do this to me, game? How dare you?
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Thank you anyway. I expect the first jigsaw piece will be a part of the starry sky. As for the other piece, I hope it will symbolize wings. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I saw this. I was like, I didn't miss anything, but no, it's the Charmony Dove. Also, smack. Oh! Let's go, Tessbeer, let's go. Grab a bottle of So Glad, make your dreams a blast, dun dun. I see it. It's over there. Like, give.
It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
Is this? A scrawled note was left here. May your sky be forever radiant. It seems familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It is true. Fuck, I don't know. No, secretly he was left behind by fucking Sunday. Although, to be fair, he didn't know this was going to happen, so... Give. 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 Let me take a sip of my drink because my throat's dry.
Piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers?
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two. It's a pair of broken wings.
We should keep looking.
It's okay. Let's use this one. Just as before, a note was placed carefully next to the puzzle, like someone got here a step earlier. May your stage be forever lustrous. One more thing. Staying fit is important, but don't forget to eat well, too. Why do I suddenly get the feeling that's all written by Robin? And these are like notes that... We have enough. Let's go back. Why do I have the feeling that those notes are written by Robin for Sunday? Also, I know you. Yeah, I got the feeling it's been written by Robin purely for... No. Purely for Sunday. Flag. We walk, we strut, eh. There we go. Alright. Yoink. It's gonna go right here. Nope, 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 nope. Right there. Stay. This one. No, go here. It's going to go here. No, it's not. It needs to go one over. There we go. This one needs to go here. And this one needs to go. Bang. This one's the one that goes here. This one needs to go here by the feathery little head. This one needs to go right here. Bang. There we go. Easy puzzle. I hear a sad backing track.
It's done. Have a look.
The painting feels like a blessing and also seems to mirror someone's resolve. Even when the broken wings no longer belong to the sky, the direction in which they fall will still be towards the stars. Robin has such pretty eyes.
Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
Now I'm just sad. I'm fucking sad, dude. What the hell? Don't do this to me. I'm a sensitive man. I will cry. I can't imagine how Robin feels right now. You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end? Maybe I'm stronger than you think. You must try to relax on your long journey. Brother. Don't make me cry!
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. But why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want, but I can't? I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret.
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have one last stop. But before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is the natural course of action?
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path, and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious to me. This is my way of the trailblaze, and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past, the same way you're doing right here, right now. There was never a third person with us, was there?
I told you he'd find out.
I should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes. Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow in this farewell performance.
Number 1, I'm sad. Number 2, how dare you? Number 3, fuck you. How fucking dare you? I will tell you though, I kind of already knew that 1 week wasn't exactly a third person on the journey. I actually kind of knew because I saw a photo on Twitter and I was like, yeah, that checks out. So yeah, spoilers, I already knew that, but you know. I'm sad now. I'm so sad. This is such bullshit. How dare this story make me sad? You bastard. Fucking bastard. Oh. Is that going to be... Are we fighting the boss again? Interesting. Okay. Thankfully, this is fucking elements I have. In fact, I think this team right here would work out just fine, because I don't want to remove Jade for any fire, so we should be okay. And everyone's built, so it doesn't matter. We should be all good to go. But yeah, this story is making me fucking sad. I'm gonna take a sip. I'm gonna eat my fucking mozzarella sticks in sadness. I think we're going to say goodbye to Sunday's old self. This music is so well made. The music for the theater itself, it's so suspenseful. It's so well done. But yeah, I think he's going to say goodbye to his old self. That's what makes the most sense. Or go for wood. One of the two.
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry. I won't take too much time.
Okay, well, what are you doing?
I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. in order to flap my own wings and soar again. I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday.
Yep. The old Sunday model. To be fair, they don't really look that much different. Like, if you look around, like, his neck, he's got, like, what's it called? A skin-tight suit, I guess? A skin-tight shirt, and then, like, the suit over it.
I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
Is that a cell phone?
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance.
Agreed.
The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony, it's been missing since the moment we reunited.
Yeah, I've noticed that in these cutscenes, he doesn't have a halo. He does when he walks around, but not in the cutscenes. I've wondered why.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens, but that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family. Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and, for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
I see.
Is that also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with.
Oh?
It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest.
Wow. Okay.
I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting-Yun also divided my fragile self into two.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint. Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity, failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form.
Oh, okay. I see.
And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated. Now, shall we begin? Anticipating this possibility, you've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler? Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate, and see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living, in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
This is a very, very deep conversation about self-hate, self-loathing, and wanting to change and having to accept the past. Very deep. I appreciate that. Because Penacony in and of itself is deep. It's just that...
Falling is just another name for flying.
True.
That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a human and die as one.
This is such... It's the same story as Penacony, as the realization that things are not as they are, I guess is the best way to put it. And accepting that that is okay. And sort of having the heart to know that you dislike yourself but want to change for the better.
And with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter. It's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future. I don't have much to say. But, as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time.
Reed, stop explaining jokes.
Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all.
That's also true.
No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. There will always be people who are sad.
Snap.
Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
one must first step back onto the stage.
Oh, snap. Oh, dang. Whew! I'm ready. This boss isn't even that hard. Come on. In order to leave the stage, one must step back onto the stage. Chills. Whew. I'm ready.
as expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh. In this mortal form.
Do it, let's go.
I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
That is such a unique verse. So, I think I actually want to bring up Jade, so that Jade can then bring up Jingyuan. So that he can have the debt, and then she can actually place it on him.
Bid you farewell.
Give an inch, and they'll definitely take a mile. Don't let me down now.
Better hedge your bets. Can't lose this one.
Time for the master stroke.
Alright, let's go.
Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy! Here, this disorderly noise!
Disorderly noise!
For less.
Echoes of the past. You need not fade away. Follow me. To the stars!
And then we bring up Genuine again.
Clear before me.
Do it again.
Conflict is pitiless.
There we go. Do it. God dang, over 200K. Let's go.
You've got to lose some to win.
Some to win some. I'm actually going to make sure I have shields.
Don't ask, just spend.
Just spend. You should not have done that.
Have a deal.
You should not have done
There's
that.
no backing out now.
Now.
For me.
For me? Or for you. Let's go.
What's the matter?
Eager for some more self-inflicted misery?
It's of no consequence.
It's of no consequence.
Disorderly noise.
Ugh, trifling. That was the worst person you could have attacked, man. Come on now.
Watch your head.
Give me that shield.
There's no time to lose.
Now here's the problem, is that this team seems to be a little more dependent. I could probably skip it and wait. Oof. Yeah, because I had to use adventuring skill. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, screw it, let's go.
This disorderly noise.
So, who's the little backstabber here?
I will overcome the thorns.
I will overcome the thorns. You know what? This one. Bang.
Sink into a dream.
God, fuck. I should be able to do this, though.
Who's this one?
There we go.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Disorderly noise.
Time has come. Let it be revealed.
Hold on.
Inevitable for me.
Conflict is pitiless.
Disorderly noise.
Time for the master stroke. Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Bending the rules, are we?
Disorderly noise.
Some to win some.
Gotta win some to lose some. Smack it! There we go.
For a lesson.
For a lesson.
Disorderly noise.
Call loud and clear.
Hold on, no wait.
In
First.
this mortal form.
He's very... Where the fuck did the second pair of wings... No. Why do you have so many pairs of wings, bro? What the fuck?
I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
That is so majestic looking. For no reason.
Serenity stands clear before me.
Follow my charge. Here is
It's thunder.
Bending the rules, are we?
Noisy. Uphold the truth, and you will be protected.
All right, I'll call your
Call
bet.
your bet. Smack.
The noise is fading.
That it?
There we go. Give me that shield back.
Disorderly noise.
I will overcome the thorns.
I will overcome the thorns.
Torment and doubt, I bid you farewell.
There's no time to lose.
Yeah, him giving... He has his light cone, though. That's a problem. Because his light cone gives skill points back.
Conflict.
That's a problem.
It's pitiless.
Time for lessons.
Noisy.
Watch your head.
Disorderly noise.
Give an inch, and they'll
And I'll
definitely
definitely take a mile.
I always
Always make good on my promises. Do the burst. Let's go.
Have a deal.
Have a deal.
There's no
backing out now. For me, or for you. Snap! Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. Yeah, not too hard, not too hard. That the cleanup with Jade was super easy, though. Huzzah! Now, if they had 3 phases, that would be quite interesting. Whoop whoop!
On this 8th day, I grant myself departure.
Yeah. Okay. That was gorgeous. That was beautiful. And on this 8th day, I grant myself departure. Fantastically done. Damn, Will got like a front row seat. What the fuck? So unfair.
Well, how should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. 1 Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
I do too.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Hmm. Interesting.
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival. and you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved.
Really?
Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One. In the worst-case scenario, if Sheep turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up? Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true Nameless. I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need, more than asceticism, is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
Interesting. Interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. Because of the fact that he was saved, in air quotes, by Jade, I'm suspicious. There is a small part of me that doesn't want him on the Express. Because I have a feeling that this was all part of Jade's plan. And I don't, as much as I like, Topaz and Adventuring, and I like Jade's kit, but as a character, like, lore-wise, I find her still very incredibly suspicious. So as to whether or not I would allow Sunday on the Express, I would have to say no. Like, I would unironically have to disagree. Like, it just seems too well timed. It seems too not well timed. What else? What's the one I'm looking for? Convenient. It seems too convenient. Because I assume this isn't over, right? I assume there's still a little bit more. Even though normally we don't get the achievement named after the quest until it's over. So I'm assuming this is where we decide. Because Wilt's not going to make the decision by himself. He's going to talk to everyone on board the Express. I don't know. Do I want to let Sunday on the Express? It's a very good question. Very good question. I don't know if I do. I'm very suspicious of it. It's not necessarily that it seems too good to be true. Sometime later. It just seems too convenient in my opinion.
So this is why I brought him here.
Look at him. In his fine outfit.
Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
As expected. But if you didn't support this idea, you wouldn't have brought him back. Well, I trust your judgment. If someone is willing to join us on our journey, the Express will be open to them. But this time is a bit different. Before making any decision, Aviatha, I want to hear what you think. I want to hear everyone's opinion. But in this battle, you were the one who directly confronted him. Your opinion holds the most weight.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
I don't think you want to hear that, my man. You've disappointed many people. You are dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow. No. I do have to agree with all three of these points to varying degrees. He is very noble, I will admit, but he also wants to be in control consistently. Though to be fair, he's made changes to that, so you know. And I feel like saying he's disappointed many people is, you know, harsh, because I feel like some of them were expecting this in a certain way, so I'm gonna go with, you know, you are noble. You're a noble person, and I can't deny that you will always have compassion in your heart, even though we may view things differently. You are unrealistic in your ideals. Have some hope in humanity. I want you to have hope in humanity. Maybe you're too pessimistic about humanity, but the Trailblaze isn't like that. We had to learn to have faith before embarking on this path. You must do the same. We can be friends. Nothing is for certain anyway. An enemy yesterday may be a friend today. Finally, I'm no longer a newbie. He can join the Astral Express crew. Finally, I'm no longer the newbie. Maybe we should hear everyone else's opinion. I'll have my eye on you at all times. I won't accept this no matter what is said. Oof. I want to hear everyone's opinion, regardless. I have nothing more to add. I'll let you all decide then. I'm fine with that.
Well, you did get nerfed after turning into a good guy. So I guess I'm okay too.
Motherfucker got nerfed. Get fucked. He's like the adventuring boss. He got fucking nerfed.
Thank you all for your forgiveness.
Yeah, man. If you like stab us in the back, I will fuck your shit up.
Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes, it'll be farewell. Until then, I will do my best to fulfill my duty as a passenger.
I mean, if you want to sleep in my bed, I have a room now, you know? I mean, if you want to, stay with me, I'm not gonna say no. It's like we've come to a decision. Remember to keep the conductor in the loop too.
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for our next warp jump.
Yeah, but let me try contacting Madame Herda again before we set off. She helped us look at Town Forest, even though nothing new came up. I should at least let her know we're leaving.
Try?
I tried contacting the space station several times, but I never got any response. Maybe there's a problem with the interastral network. It shouldn't be anything to worry about. We could have it on the Genius's home turf. Even the Antimatter Legion wouldn't stand a chance. For all we know, Madame Herda could be making a move again. Making a move, you say?
No, we're still not quite there.
Hey, yo? Hey, yo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh?
Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice. So, you must also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves. So-called magic has its own set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So, all-seeing presence, I ask you this. What is divinity?
What the And what the fuck are you doing here? Hey, Fugue. What are you doing here, bro?
In moments of stress.
Nope. Be quiet. No one cares. Oh, Sela!
I've decided.
Go on.
Well, let me tell you. Perhaps in a few years, or maybe a few decades, when Belobog's weather stabilizes, I'll suggest that Bronya construct a railway in the city.
And also that she marry you as well?
Then, we'll build we'll build a whole lot of them. Trains that look just like the Astral Express. When the eternal freeze finally lifts, people will be able to get around more easily, and the railway will expand. One day, it'll connect different cities, not just Belobog. It's exciting just thinking about it. I'm sure everyone will love the idea.
I don't get no fucking. The. Mm. 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 So Sunday is now part of our journey. That means we're actually going to Amphorius next. If that's the case, that means he's going to be going with us. And so will Black Swan? I wonder how that's going to work. I wonder what's going to happen when Black Swan and Sunday meet. I wonder how that's going to go. Also, there's now the home decor shit. Which means we can now enter this. It's just weird because it's like a mirror. Weird. Party car. Let's go. I want to see the party car. Well, I think we've already seen it because it was like the beginning of the fucking thing, but still. Because now the Trailblazer has a room. I want to do some decorating. Oh. Every time I come here, I can't help but marvel at just how spacious this car is. It feels wider than the other cars. How is that even physically possible?
Ah, welcome to the party car, Nameless. Would you like to have a drink, a snack, or commence party time?
Party time. Do a little dance. Make it love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. The car has an upbeat name.
You mean the party car? Yes, it does sound upbeat. It's a pity that the Express is so quiet right now. The exact opposite of upbeat.
Yeah, I seem to be lagging a bit on the stream, which is not good. It's not preferable.
But this might be for the best. If the train were too crowded, our party car might just become a panic car. Another joke of mine. You can't help but laugh, can you?
I'm gonna love this robot.
I hope you enjoy your time in the party car, dear Nameless. We may not be able to get a party started right now, but please feel free to relax and unwind here. This used to be called the meeting car, until my previous master came along thinking they wouldn't need an entire car for meetings among just a handful of Nameless. That's when my previous master made the decision to rename it the party car.
The party car. I'm gonna check my shit. Hold on, please. Thank you. Yeah, I dropped quite a lot of frames and I'm running at a low KPS. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's annoying. That is annoying. I don't know why I could stream for like 9 hours before and be totally fine, and now I'm just like suffering. Just absolutely fucking suffering. Absolutely fucking suffering. Do do. Do 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 do. I don't know how to fix that. That's annoying. Grr. Grr. Oh no, having issues. That's not good. No! Anything but having issues. No! Oh no! No! That's annoying. That's annoying. Sigh! Were you here all along? I'll see if I can make it through the rest. Just see how
As a
far to go.
robot drinksmith, my design ensures I remain appropriately inconspicuous. The fact that you don't remember me is precisely as intended. Should I introduce myself again?
No, you're good. Keep it under 40 words, my man.
I am an antique robot drinksmith. My previous master repaired me. I now work in the party car, mixing drinks for passengers. I should mention that the conductor and Miss March 7th went up to your room looking for you a short while ago. Perhaps you should go and see them, to save them the hassle of looking all over the place for you.
Noted. Yay, I'm suffering and I'm lagging. That's not fun. Yeah, home decor. No, I'm not gonna go up yet. Also, Black Swan. And Sunday. I want you guys to meet. How is the stream doing? Because if the stream's not doing too hot, then I'll probably skip doing the decor thing on stream. And probably just do the pulling session now. There we go. Can I change the specific song for this car? I wonder. Because if so, yeah, I want to change it. I want to change it to something more... Actually, let me do that now. Yeah, the stream is struggling. I think I'll do the pulling thing for now, because I don't really have much of a choice. Well, no, I have a choice, but I, you know. Anyway, this one. Such a good track, bro. Probably one of my favorites, actually. I believe this one is Adventurine's, though. Yeah! Down, 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 down. Yeah, screw it. We're gonna be in the fucking party. We're gonna party, bro. We're gonna fucking party. No, okay. Yeah, I think there's a reason I don't keep it like this because it's too hype, even for me. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. So, given how I'm like lagging like crazy, it is a little concerning. I'm also seem to be a little bit behind. That needs to loop better. But yeah, I seem to be fine, mostly. Anyway, so throughout the story, even though it wasn't nearly as long as I was expecting it to be, I feel like it's going to be longer. Not surprised it wasn't. But I'm okay with that. Did I almost cry? You know what? Not really. But I was sad. I was, like, very much saddened at one point. No, 2 different points. I was like, dude. It's a very deep story, and I feel like it is the proper ending for Penacony. Unlike any way that they could have ended it, I feel like that was how they should have, and it was good enough to the point where I'm like, this is a good ending. This is a good send-off, so that we can have a better time going to Amphorius. So yeah. Current pity is 9. Grr. Alright, should be good. I'm going to go ahead and hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change the track. Because this is too bumping. I'm going to change it to one of the... what's it called? Robin songs. Yeah. Feels more fitting. Ooh. This one. There we go. There we go. More fitting. Alright. Okay. Alright. Since I'm almost at 10, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a single in order to make it to 10 now, so I don't have to count as hard. I mean, it stops anyway. So, like, but whatever. It's fine. Yeah. Am not surprised. Oh, wait. Oh. I wasn't actually expecting a 4-star straight off the bat, even though I think they're all maxed out. It's a little laggy, but it's fine. I actually think the only one who's not maxed out is Arlen, but I'm not exactly sure. Alright. 10, and now we're going to be at 20. Huzzah. Given how lucky I was for... Let's skip this, because I'm not super interested in the 4 stars. And I got an Eliko that's already maxed out. Nice. We'll find our way. Hands up. 30. I don't want to say it, because I don't... Yeah, exactly. I think Arlen's the only one who's not, like, fully maxed out. 40. I don't imagine it's going to go the way I hope it will. Yeah, Arlen was the only one who wasn't maxed out, and that Lycon's maxed. 50, I believe. King Yin. 60, I think. Okay. 70, I think. Do I not know how to count? I probably don't know how to count. Yeah, so they're not out. They are now all maxed out. I don't think that was gold, no. Yeah, so I'm fully maxed out. This should be the last one, though. Gold. I am nervous. I'm gonna be happy whatever the outcome is. I'm happy whatever the outcome is. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm nervous, actually. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I really don't want to look. 3, 2, 1. Okay. That was far luckier than I was expecting me to be. That means I haven't lost a single 50-50. From Adventuring's banner to now, I haven't lost a single one. Oh! Holy crap, dude. A Lycone, okay. I'll take it, even though it's maxed out. It's fine. Screenshot. Yeah, it's selecting. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! There we go. Yeah, I have to end stream. I'm very sad. I didn't want to, but I tried. But we have him now. We have him. I'm sad that I can't, like, raise him on stream because it's going to be super laggy. Anyway, I'm going to end this here because stream is struggling and I have to fix that somehow. I'm going to go. Y'all, enjoy your time. Thank you for showing up. Be safe. Make good choices. Trailblazer, take us out.
Nice.